My wife's work husband called me insecure and thought I'd lose my temper, but my wife's response shut him down, and now he's begging for a transfer. Rachel had mentioned her coworker Derek a few times over the past 3 months. They worked in the same marketing department. Both loved craft coffee and indie films. He was 28, single, drove a sports car, thought he was God's gift to advertising. I'm 35, a software engineer who plays chess online and falls asleep during movies. We're different people, and that was fine with me. What wasn't fine was the way his name kept coming up at dinner. Derek thinks this campaign is genius. Derek showed me this amazing coffee spot. Derek says I have great instincts. I smiled through it because I trusted my wife completely, but something about the frequency made me pay attention. The company summer barbecue was at some rooftop venue with string lights and expensive catering. I wore khakis and a polo, nothing special. Derek spotted us immediately. He had on this fitted blazer with no tie, probably rehearsed his entrance in the mirror that morning. He walked straight over and barely acknowledged me before hugging Rachel for way too long. "There's my work wife," he said loud enough for everyone to hear. "This must be the husband." He looked me up and down like I was a lamp she'd picked out at a garage sale. I extended my hand. He gave me one of those limp handshakes that men use when they're trying to establish dominance through disrespect. Throughout the night, I watched him touch Rachel's lower back 3 times, watched him whisper jokes in her ear that made her smile politely, watched him completely ignore me unless he was making some comment about how chill I seemed. His favorite word for me was mellow. He said it like it meant pathetic. The moment everything changed was when Derek cornered me by the bar while Rachel was in the restroom. He ordered whiskey and leaned in close. "Look, man, I get it. Your wife is incredible, and you probably feel like you're punching above your weight, but getting all insecure about our friendship isn't going to help your marriage." I just stared at him. He continued, "I've seen guys like you before. You'll start checking her phone, asking where she's been. Don't be that guy. It's embarrassing." I took a sip of my drink and said absolutely nothing. He seemed confused by my silence, almost disappointed. When Rachel came back, he announced he was leaving early and touched her shoulder one more time. On the drive home, Rachel asked why I was quiet. I told her everything Derek said. She went completely still in her seat. I'd never seen that particular expression on her face before. 2 days later, Derek sent Rachel a private message, asking her to grab dinner after work, just to discuss the Brennan account, he said. Somewhere nice where they could actually talk without the team interrupting. Rachel showed me the message at breakfast. She asked what I thought she should do. I put down my coffee and looked at her calmly. "Go if you want to go. I'm not going to tell you who you can have dinner with. You're a grown woman, and I trust you completely." She stared at me like she was waiting for the explosion that never came. That afternoon, she forwarded Derek's message to their entire department with a cheerful reply. "Hey everyone, Derek suggested we grab dinner to discuss the Brennan account. I'm looping in the whole team so we can all contribute. Thursday at 6 at Martinelli's. First round of appetizers on me." Within an hour, 8 people confirmed they'd attend, including their VP of marketing, who replied, "Perfect timing. I have strategic notes to share with the group." Derek responded to the thread with a single thumbs up emoji and didn't say another word. Thursday came and went. Rachel came home smiling for the first time in days. "Team dinner was incredibly productive," she said. Derek left after 15 minutes claiming he had somewhere to be, barely touched his food. The following week, their VP pulled Rachel aside. Derek had formally requested a transfer to a different division. He cited creative differences and said he needed a fresh start. But when HR asked for specifics during his exit interview, he couldn't explain anything concrete. He just kept saying the team dynamic had shifted and he didn't feel valued anymore. The transfer got approved within 48 hours. Different building, different department, zero overlap with Rachel. Yesterday morning, Rachel received a LinkedIn message from Derek's account. 3 words. "I apologize. Sincerely." She showed me over breakfast. I just nodded and went back to my eggs. Last night, Rachel finally asked a question that had clearly been bothering her. "Why didn't you get angry when Derek called you insecure? Why did you tell me to go to dinner with him?" I set down my fork and met her eyes. "Because I don't need to compete with anyone for my own wife. Either you want to be here or you don't. I wanted to see what you'd choose when I wasn't standing in your way." She reached across the table and took my hand. "He called you mellow like it was an insult, but you're the most secure person I've ever known." I smiled. "I know. That's why you married me."